Hello everybody, my name's Ryan, I'm a driving instructor, and today, new car, sort of. So, new car, what's all that about? Well, sort of, not new car, not quite. It's a little bit of everything today, but before we get started, like, comment, subscribe. Subscribing is free. Want to become a member, become a member. So, I've got two cars. I use two cars for driving instruction. I always have used two cars, but sometimes I don't use the other one a lot. I use it for like certain lessons. They're both insured. Well, one was insured with a different company up until recently, but they're both insured with the same company now. Now, I've just renewed the insurance on the other car because I normally just do the Clio for tests and stuff. I don't normally use the other car a lot. It's kind of a bit of a backup. Not really all that bothered about it. It's just one of them things. So I got the renewal quote, and the other company that I was with were just really difficult, not sending the renewal out properly, not sending out the information, not sending the price out, not sending no claims discount. The new company's kicking off because they want no claims discount, they want license checks, and they want... But I can't do anything until the 5th of October when the policy renews, and it's a bit of a nightmare. So I've sent my new company all this detail. They sent me a lovely message back saying, yeah, we've had this before from this company. I don't know why people make it so difficult. That's the first thing. So I renewed the insurance on the other car. If anybody's interested, it was, for my area, I've got 9 years no claims discount, no claims or losses, clean driving licence because I'm a driving instructor. And it's on a Hyundai i30 from 2015, and I'm getting 700 quid, which, you know what, isn't too bad, considering the job. Yeah, so rather than take instalments, because instalments screw your credit rating, don't know if you knew that, I just did it in a lump. So what, paid it, don't matter. Right, next thing, new car, the thing that was, right, so this car, this Clio, is, as of right now, on Thursday at 10:13, is on 112323, so 112,323 miles. It's got about 5k to its next service, and it's probably due some shocks and springs on the front, probably the shocks, possibly the shocks on the back. Got some stuff, got a lad who's looking, might ask Jamie, I'm not sure. Tom's going to do it for free because anyway, and it doesn't need an oil change just yet. We've got like 5k at the oil change, and I know it says every 10 or 12, well actually this one says 19 for some reason, but this one's coming up to its witching hour, potentially what, 130 140,000 that these cars can possibly run to. It's a petrol 1.2 turbo. It's had a bit of work done on it. It's had new coil packs, new sparky plugs, which took me forever to get out because of some daft stupid Renault fitting, and it's had 4 new wheels, obviously tyres all the time. It's had new brakes every 20k or something like that. We've done fuel filters, cabin filters, air filters, we've done oil filters, obviously at an oil change, windscreen wipe, just the basic servicing stuff, looking after the car. It's wearing out a bit though. These bits of leather on the seat are starting to go a little bit, and in this seat it's all broken down one side. The car's starting to wear out. It's starting to get prematurely towards the end of its life. This car should have probably lasted about 20 years comfortably. They're all like galvoed underneath. They don't rust really. The components rust and the exhaust rust because they're made of mild steel, but essentially all of the car shouldn't really sort of degrade. So I'm looking at a new car. Now I'm not going to get a new car, not yet. You'll know if I do because I'll do a video on it. Obviously, I'll make a video about everything, so why not? But for a new car, I'm going to have to get rid of one of the cars, and that's the point of renewing the other one. So I might get rid of the Hyundai and keep this as a spare because it's got the dual controls in. The other one has as well, but you know what, with the other one, it's a little bit older. It's got 150,000, it's diesel. It's a nice drive, but I need something a bit better, and I know that this car's worth a little bit more. So I'll trade the other one in get the pedals out, trade the other one in, because it hasn't got stickers on it, and I'll probably get a new car. Now, looking at credit, etc., etc., here's one of a number of problems. First of all, I can't do EV. I'll put a sound effect on. Keyboard warriors. Here they come. There they go. Right, I'm not doing EV. Christ, she's typing again. What are you typing? Right, I can't get the range. Oh Christ, here we go. EV, EV. Right. Based on my average daily, I do between 130 and 170 miles. I need a range on a car of about 220-ish for real world, because real world will bring it down to about 170, which is the limit. I then have to charge that car every single day from 0 or maybe 10, 20% to 80%. That will take me a significant portion of my day. Since it will take a significant portion of my day, charge it overnight. Yeah, great. Can't charge in my house. If I could get a 3-phase charger installed that's linked to my solar, fantastic. But my solar's wired in incorrectly. The expense of a home charger, I can get grants and all that, linked properly up where I would effectively get cheap or free electricity. It's a significant cost over the actual thing of going to one of the InstaVolt ones. The InstaVolt one over there is 89 pence a kilowatt, which is more than the cost of petrol at this Asda, which is now 133.9. But petrol's going to go up, or something like that. Yes, agree. However, have you ever put lease hire in at 40,000 miles in a battery car? No, it doesn't work. Initial deposit was 5.5, which is fine because I get rid of the other car, which kind of lumps the loan together, and then the massive expense of that car. So then probably looking to get an older one. Why don't I just go get another petrol car? So, we've got a budget. We've got 20 grand of a budget. I'm not going to spend 20 grand, but that's the budget. So a car can I get for 20 grand? Actually, get another one of these, get another Clio. Why not? They're all going to have lane assist and auto stop and stop start and adaptive cruise control and all the rest of the bits and pieces. They're going to have all of those nice pretty things that all these nice new cars are coming with. The one I would probably get with 2-3 years old, kind of like I did with this. This was like 5 when I got it, with 30,000 on it. I'll probably go somewhere with a lot less mileage on it this time round. So then you're putting yourself into what cars people drive as learner cars. Pumas. I don't want an EcoBoom. Don't want a Ford really. What about a VW? I love a VW Golf, but what's the point in getting a Golf when I can get a T-Roc for the same money that's a little bit bigger, and I've seen them being used. If people are using Ford Edges and things like Ford Edge, massive in it, or a C-Max or something sort of size car for learner drivers, yeah, I want something a bit smaller. I want something classical, little bit Corsa styled, a little bit, but the Corsas have changed in these bigger cars, so you can't really get a Corsa. Can't get a 3-door Corsa anymore. Can't get a 3-door Clio anymore. Can't get a Fiesta. Can't buy them. Focuses have disappeared. All of the cars that I then come up to, Polo underpowered 1 litre. Why would I get a 1 litre turbo? This is 1.2 turbo, 130 horsepower, 120, 117. It's beyond the screen. It's 117. So I want something the same. So I ended up with kind of a bit of a list of all the cars, and based on the pedals as well. And you can't get the pedals of some of the electric cars going back to EVs, and hearing all the typing and stuff. And the EV monthly repayment, even on something used, when you go to them and say, oh, I got, well, how far do you go in a year? You got 40,000, he nearly spat his cornflakes across the table at me. So when you start putting that sort of figure into it, you actually end up with a time management problem of how do you charge the bloody thing. Well, you do. I put 50 quid in this car, right? 49 quid or something. 400 miles of range. Petrol. Can't get the same out of the electric. So I can go 2 days on this car without having to put fuel in it. I'd have to charge the car every day. But then it comes down to how much is the car. Now, EV, standard EV, cheapest one I could find was 22,000 with a 240 mile range, which would work for everybody except for me. Because you go in and you say, oh, how many miles are you doing a day? Oh, every year, 8 to 10,000, that's all right, yeah. Your PCP is 450 quid. As soon as you put 40 in, then the PCP practically halves again. So you end up on 650 for no real reason. I think it's because you're putting the mileage on it and they won't warranty it and stuff like that, and it's an absolute nightmare. I'm sure it works out for people who lease them. Now that's what I want to go back to. But I contacted the AA and the RAC lease scheme, and because I'm an independent driving instructor, and they wanted £297. Well, that's good, isn't it? £297 a week, not a month, a week, and that's when I'm not even driving. So they want £297 a week with the duals, and it was an MG4, MG3, you know those, yeah. I'll put the total price there because my brain's not braining. I'll probably work it out roughly, something like about 12,000 a year or something, but the figure will be on the screen somewhere. So that's how much it costs to lease an electric vehicle for driving instruction, and I would love to do it. But why don't I just buy a car out? Because I don't have 20 grand sat lying around. I'm going to do it by PCP or loan or something like that. So why not just go for an ordinary, boring 1.2 conventional turbo car? So I think I've found it. And I think it's the Vauxhall Mocha, the new one. The one from 2022 on. Thinking about that. A little bit bigger than the Corset. Might be a good size, might be a decent buy. Might see me a little bit better. I'm used to Vauxhalls. I quite like Vauxhalls. Mrs. got a Vauxhall Astra. I've had a Vauxhall Corsa as a learner car. Kind of liked it. It went a bit stale. It went a bit boring in the end, but kind of liked it. That had gearbox problems in the end anyway. They've redesigned them completely, the engines and everything. They're not 1.4 NAs anymore. They're all 1.2 turbos. Other cars that you look at are massively expensive. I wanted a Mercedes A180 or a 200 or something. An Audi A1 or A3, too expensive. Wanted to do something like maybe a little Skoda, couldn't do it. Seat, same thing. You kind of get stuck. You kind of get stuck as an instructor on what car is going to be next, and based on cost, because that's what it comes down to. An increasing cost in the insurance, increasing the cost, and I'm pretty sure the petrol's going to go up soon again. Probably in the budget, probably put 10 pence a litre on, but it's still under what it was. Petrol isn't massively expensive. Petrol needs to be, by the way, if you're interested, if it's 89 pence a kilowatt and you're getting, based on the average sort of 200 mile range electric car, petrol needs to be about 170 a litre to work out the same price per kilowatt hour into range as an EV. If you're interested, at a public charger, not the home ones. The home ones are massively cheap. Charge your car for like 10 pence or something, but these sort of big chargers and the superchargers and all that, unless you're kind of getting it somehow cheap, or it's like less, I think it has to be less. I think for £1.30 per petrol litre, it has to be 59 pence per kilowatt or less to be the same price point per rate or something silly. Somebody worked it out. There's a video on YouTube about it, and I can't be bothered. I watched it the other day, and it was like, oh yeah, okay. So I can't do EVs. Also, I can't get the range. Can't get to charge it up. It would take too much of my time up. Time is money. Simple, really. So just go and get a petrol car or a diesel car. And ultimately, long term, I think that petrol and diesel will be your leisure thing. The electric thing is the thing that drives you to work and back on a daily basis. Charge it once a week, nobody cares, because you're not going to use it that much. You're only going to drive down to work and back, 10 miles there, 10 miles back tops. It's not like where you live in the United States where you drive for an hour to work and back. So, like 30, 40 miles and back. So, I think this dual fuel thing that we've always had petrol, diesel, there's always been electric or hydrogen or alternative fuels. There's always been something else there. So to totally rely on electricity might be a little bit unique. Now then, the AI fans, do you know how much AI computing power takes up? It literally drinks the network. And they run about that, yeah, we could charge every single car. If everybody had an electric car, they'd charge it no problem off the grid. Yeah, absolutely fine. We've always known that. We've known that for quite a long time, because they changed everybody onto daft light bulbs and stuff so that we could save energy. And we have saved a massive amount of energy. And we actually, peak electricity consumption was probably about 5 years ago. So we are going back up again with the consumption. But AI, as a data center or a data provider, AI drinks electricity, and it's actually not very environmentally friendly, because you've got to generate that electricity. That's my story for this week. It's not very exciting, is it? I don't know. Probably November, December, maybe. I don't know. Maybe January. Certainly before this gets to 130,000. It's just a little bit of a chat today. I had some other stuff prepared, but I've got loads of driving tests, like 2 tomorrow, 3 next week. I had something going on this week. I've been busy and all over the place. Normal service resumes soon. Yeah. Enjoy your week, enjoy your weekend. If you're watching this in the middle of next week, enjoy. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. Bye.